My top 3 RPGs of 2022. Obviously from the ones played, as I can't judge something I haven't played. Can I now, you judgmental bastards? 2022 was quite good regarding RPGs, despite worrying absence of CRPGs that seem to be going into a dying phase again. Yeah, I know Baldur's Gate 3 and Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader are in the works, but that is a far cry from the bountiful days of Divinity Original Sin, Pillars of Eternity, Wasteland, Torment, Tyranny and the likes. So what did I play this year? Besides Elden Ring, the biggest one, I have tried many other games such as Thymesia, Steel Rising, Weir Rising, Asterigos, Batora, Star Ocean Divine Force, Mineralis, Lost Eidolons, Gedonia, Alalot and whatnot. Alphas and betas like Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader and Baldur's Gate 3 cannot be on the list as they are far from fully completed. In third place I have The Dark Egg, a text-based RPG that blew me away with its storytelling and atmosphere. I don't usually play text-based games, but god damn is this one good. Don't let visuals dissuade you from trying it out, because I can guarantee that it is going to grab you firmly and not let go. Island we land on gets increasingly spooky with a touch of corporeal and surreal. What is real though? Are your decisions gonna influence the goal? Is the Dark Egg just a story? Can it solve your problems? Why are spooky figures everywhere appearing as zombies? Horror atmospheric elements next to clever combat, puzzles, great story and lore with incentive to explore and unravel mysteries should blow your mind, even with lacking visual presentation. Oh yeah, and it is free, as game isn't fully complete yet, but worth entry on the list nonetheless. Elden Ring takes the second place. Fantastic game that surprised me a lot, but also disappointed me a bit. As someone that has played through all of From Software games since Demon's Souls, Elden Ring gave me so much with its new approach. The way they blended lore with open world while retaining the atmosphere of Souls titles is quite astounding. In my opinion, open world has been done as good as it can be. Souls games are about dread and despair, and DR World describes such feelings phenomenally. Creating huge desolate open world with a decent amount of locations to explore and enemies to fight on the open road while retaining desolate Souls vibe is something I thought they couldn't succeed at. Well, they proved me wrong. Unfortunately, Elden Ring also showed some cracks in From Software as well. Engine is badly outdated, which is obvious in combat. They tried masking it with lots of visual effects, but movement animations are outdated. Melee weapons still don't give that proper feeling of cutting or bludgeoning through something, as cutscene kills are still very wooden for the lack of proper description. Backstabs are still horribly animated, and it is a shame. Demon's Souls remake showed me finally how important visual and animation fidelity is in Souls games and how much it really upgrades the game. Don't get me wrong, ER combat is the best compared to Demon and Dark Souls games, but lack of combat progression is obvious at this point, and engine might be the biggest culprit. Another downside are bosses towards the end game. It seems like From Software decided to rush bosses towards the end in a way that would make them ridiculously aggressive without giving players any sort of break for a more methodical approach, limiting build viability and forcing cheesy methods just because of unfair treatment feeling that I almost never had in any of their previous games. I get it, game is made to be played with summons, which to me is a terrible decision. Why do I need to rely on questionable AI next to my own skills in order to succeed? I prefer doing things my way and always have when it comes to From Software bosses. So summons for me act as an excuse to make bosses more unfair through sheer aggression and power without much methodical thought that would go otherwise in it if summons weren't in the picture to this degree. No matter its downsides, Elden Ring is a phenomenal experience because it offers so much through its open world, fun combat, great locations, bountiful lore, incredible enemy diversity, mystery and good character progression.
Against the Erd Tree.
Never met someone with a taste for brawn or contrast. We'd make good mates, I reckon.
I bid thee, travel the path of the Lord.
And once all is done, we shall see each other once more. Now, go forth. Become Elden Lord.
Best RPG of the ones I have played in 2022 is definitely Chained Echoes. It is JRPG inspired by classics such as Chrono Trigger, and it beats almost every JRPG I have played in my life, of which there were a lot. Hard for me to name any better than Chained Echoes, to be honest. Game is so well thought out, improving upon almost everything you can think of that kept other JRPGs from achieving ultimate greatness. Combat is fun throughout the whole game because of overdrive mechanic and team combinations. 8 characters at the same time in a party with each having unique approach to combat makes for some epic battles versus many awesome bosses and normal enemies. Fights aren't scattered throughout so that every 2 seconds we have to fight. Instead, there are less of them but more meaningful, as there are rarely easy ones. Pacing is fantastic because you get just the right amount of story, after which act opens up for exploration, after which you are gonna want to progress the story that is gonna be stuck in the back of your mind because it is incredible. Story is so freaking good. I love type of storytelling that obscures the line of good and bad. In Chained Echoes everyone has an agenda, and in their own minds it is the only correct one, worth sacrificing everyone and everything for. Ultimate weapon that can defeat the evil gods that are holding even more evil at bay. Who is in the right here? Character backstories are fantastic as well, with couple deeply touching ones. Game needs a bit more balancing and added tutorials to codex, but other than that it is closest thing to a masterpiece out of RPGs I have played this year. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video and see you soon.